Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Brokah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation you Akim out there that's been pushing this road in truth and in sincerity. The other day, I have a little testimony I would like to share with you Akim out there. The other day, not too long after the Silicon Valley Bank collapse and other banks started following suit, you know, um, this dude that I know, you know, one of my coworkers, you know, he calls me, which he very rarely do. He calls me and asks me, was I experiencing any kind of banking troubles? So that's what you mean. He was like, he tried to go to the bank to get some money, and when he went to the bank to the ATM, it said there's no cash inside the ATM. I was like, nah, I didn't experience that. Then he tells me that the bank and the line was so long that he was like, his woman, she gets EBT over $600. So he was like, he just used her car. He waited the next day. He used the car to get some groceries. So he said he go to Aldi's. And when he get to Aldi's, to make a long story short, he buys like $70, $80 worth of groceries. Mind you, he tells me that his wife gets over $600 in EBT SNAP benefits. So he buys $70, $80 worth of groceries in Aldi's, then jumps in a cab and go to Trader Joe's to do some shopping. He said he had like a shopper cart full of groceries. They ring everything up. When they give him the EBT card, they said it was insufficient funds. He was like, how was so? I just used I spent like over $70 in Aldi's. How was it now? I come here, I have no money in my account. So I see either two things happen, my man. Somebody hacked you, or they just took the money. The government just took the money. I don't know. You got to investigate. He never got back to me. Now, that was one event. Now, a couple of family members called me and asked me, am I experiencing anything with direct deposit? I said, nah. I get my money direct deposit, so I didn't have any trouble. My money was there. Oh, one of my family members complaining that they didn't get their money. Because usually when you get direct deposit, you get your money 2 days early. So I said, wait, maybe you should get it. Maybe it come the next day. But they received it on a Tuesday because a lot of these banks that do payroll didn't have the cash to make these things come to pass, such as delivering the payroll to these different companies. Whatever the case may be. Now, a family member told me that she was once receiving $800 a month in food stamps from the SNAP program, but they cut it. Now she's only getting $400 a month. Now she's wondering what she's going to do, asking me questions. When I was telling you these things in the beginning, you didn't want to hear it. You were saying that would never happen. The government's not going to go broke. Now look what happened. Now you got to eat those words. I have a few scriptures. Abba Zayu Akim out there will be edified, because a lot of people wasn't taking heed to what was coming down the pike, even though you be on YouTube, on TikTok, social media, have you people in the like a dazed, bugged out state. You'll run across all kind of bugged out videos and watch them. But when there's an edifying video with the Israelites, started with the apostles on down, Great Millstone and other Israelite camps that's pushing the truth, you don't want to hear it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter, or the book of Sirach chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgiveness of affliction. Yeah, you in your prosperity mode, when you receive all your goodies from the government, when you just watch your TV, watch your reality shows, watch your baseball, your basketball, whatever sports is playing right now, and this be on YouTube, on TikTok, being a buffoon, everything is okay. But now in prosperity, it's slipping away. Now you're being afflicted. Now you want answers. He says, back in the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgiveness of affliction. You ain't thinking about hard times. You're not thinking about what the prophets are telling you. Oh, that ain't never going to happen. Or if they're saying it's going to happen years from now. Because you're receiving them goodies. Your belly is full. Your pockets are somewhat fat. You got food in your refrigerator. You're able to watch cable. You're able to go on YouTube. But now, that prosperity is slipping away because the banks are collapsing. This society that Esau got held up, which goes back to the ancient Babylonian money magic system, is circling in the drain. People are walking away from the dollar, going to the BRICS. But I mean people, nations, are walking away from, turning their back on the dollar and wanting to join the BRICS. Such as Saudi Arabia, Iran, Libya. All these nations are putting in their applications to join the BRICS nations and forsaking the dollar. The dollar is dying. It's soaking in the drain. We've been telling you these things. But now you're not in your prosperity no more. Now you're starting to be afflicted with certain things. The book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgiveness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. Now you're being afflicted. Now you're wondering what's going on. How $400 is going to feed a family of 5, a family of 6? How's $400 going to last a month? Hey, you should have been taking heed. Now the affliction part is coming. We've been telling you, and this is all gradually happening by design, because what they want to do is bring in, they see the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. We all know what that's going to lead to. That's going to lead to that charagma. And a lot of you people going to be taken. Matter of fact, let me get this scripture here. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Now that word tokens, when you go back, that means signs. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the signs, behold, the days shall come that they that which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. How you going to be taken? Because you got certain camps out there pushing that charagma is sin. If you could believe that, which don't make any sense. That charagma or that RFID microchip, CHIP, is sin. But we telling you, no, that's not true. It is the mark of the beast, the MOTB. And if you take it, pursuant to Revelation chapter 14, verse 8 on down, that's your ass. There's no coming back from that. We all have sinned. So that means everybody got the charagma, huh? This doesn't make sense, man. So a lot of you people are going to be taken in a great number because you got these different camps that has 501c3 charters leading you astray. Leading you astray, and you're going to take that charagma to be destroyed. It says, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 1, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. The only ones that truly believe truly believe the scriptures and truly believe the word of the Most High is his elect. 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't really believe. You don't have nothing to do with the Bible. But now that affliction is coming your way, now you want to learn. Now you want answers. Now you want to seek people that has knowledge of the scriptures. It's too late. It's not too late, but now you're being afflicted. Now you want answers. But soon it's going to be too late, because the Lord is going to shut the mouth of his prophets, and the famine of the words are going to come, and you people are going to seek, and they're going to shut the internet down, because all hell's going to be breaking loose. All hell's going to be breaking loose. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And that iniquity, that sin upon sin. Look what's going on. When you go on certain platforms, all they're talking about is the alphabet soup community, and confusing the younger generation's mind, poisoning them with that filth. All you see is twerk videos. All you see is this women being promiscuous, adultery, gangbanging. That drill music is a culture of death, and they pushing, and they using that drill music to push their wickedness, to get the young generation. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly. And that's America. When everything, when all hell break loose, pursuant to Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 and 15, the day of the Lord, that great day of the Lord, and other scriptures, when that day come to pass, you're going to see this land wasted suddenly. Because look what's going on in the news. The Lord is building up these different nations to come up against America, pursuant to Jeremiah 50 and 9. Isaiah the 34th chapter. The whole chapter is bad. And all you people that has talked shit about the prophets, fanned your hands, scoffed and scorned, you're going to be taken. You're going to be taken. So let me get another scripture real quick. This was coming. This is what's coming. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And we see that. And we see these miseries are coming. These miseries are starting to cling up to certain people. And it's only going to get worse, because we're approaching the times of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And other books. So this is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. No, you see how here's pride. These women with this feminist attitude, they filled with pride, arrogant, haughty, undisciplined, promiscuous. These men out here filled with pride. They get that adultery demon on them. Just doing what they want, man. Gang banging. And Jake take pride in sleeping with another man's woman. They take pride with that. They take pride in that shit, man. And that's a serious offense that's worthy of death. That sin is punishable by death, man. And you people have no clue. Being a witch, gangbanging, selling drugs is like being a witch. Then you got these women. They call themselves Christian witches. Miseries are coming. Miseries are coming to you women and you men out there. It says, but understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory as such as be like unto thee. Be like thee. For unto you is paradise open, which is this truth, man. Seek out the glory in which the men out there are doing, that's sincere, seeking out the glory as such as be like unto himself. Be with people with like mind, with the same mentality as yourself. Going deep into these scriptures, putting up videos, and going out there in the highways and the byways to teach the people, whether they were here, whether they were forbid. Don't have no dealing, have little to no dealings with people in the world. It says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, which is knowledge. The time to come is prepared. Plentiness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. That's in the kingdom. Right now, a city is being prepared right now. It's being built right now. The men out there in the houses in the Bible, starting with the elect, starting with the apostles on down. You people have a lot to, you people, you're going to learn. You have no clue what's going on and you're stuck on stupid. But soon, you're going to start asking questions, seeking for answers. It's not going to be there. It says, for behold, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse, let's see where we're going to start at. The whole chapter is bad. We can read the whole chapter, but for the sake of time, we're going to jump around. This is, Salakia. My scriptures is kind of like breaking up, so I gotta basically get me another apocrypha. Salakia. Okay. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. That's what we out there doing week in and week out. When we put these videos up throughout the week, we speak it to the ears of the people. The words of prophecy. We telling you what's going down, what's coming down the pipe. Famine, pestilence, wars. You hear rumors of wars. We're approaching Jacob's trouble. We're telling you these things. But y'all don't want to hear. It says, behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. These are not our words. These are the Lord Yahweh Yahushua words. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not their imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, which being unbelief, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All the unfaithful, 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. These are not our words. These are words of Yahweh Yahushua. You're going to die in your unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, we see that. Famine, we see it's coming. The famine is coming. A lack of bread, a lack of water. You see what's going on in Ohio, in Palestine? It's going to get worse. Food is contaminated. The water is contaminated. It says, behold, saith the back of 2 Ezra 15, verse 4. 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Like I said, that alphabet soup community, gang banging, witchcraft, and all sorts of matter of wickedness has polluted the earth exceedingly. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth, the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in them things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. The men that did this work and went back to the spirit world, they complain to the Most High about all the wickedness that's being done. Even the wicked as 2/3, when they get put to death and they go back to the spirit world, they complain to the Most High. And what happened to them? Even though they being wicked now, but once they solely this wicked ass body, they ain't their right mind now. Then they start complaining to the Lord. It says, and therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. How you gonna be led to a flock how you gonna be led as a how we said, let me read it again. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. How are these people gonna be led as a flock to the slaughter? By listening to these other Israelite groups saying that charagma is sin. You're gonna be led, you being led as a flock to the slaughter, because you take it pursuant to Revelation 14 and 8 on down, that's your ass. You're gonna be destroyed. It's not an embargo, it's not sin, it's not sleeping with white women, it's what it is. That CHIP is the MOTB. And that's exactly what it is. It says, but verse 11, second letter, chapter 11, chapter 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. Let me jump down. It says, I'm gonna jump down. It says, jump down to verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand to fight up against another. One people shall stand up to fight against another people and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and we see that uprising throughout the four corners of the earth, upwards of the people come up against their government. Sedition means an uprising against a monarch or a government, and that's what we see going on throughout the four corners of the earth. And it's going to happen here sooner than you think. It's going to happen here in America sooner than you think. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're not going to regard what the governor say. They're not going to regard what Sleepy Joe, the president, have to say. They're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to take actions in their own hands, and they're going to do what they have to do to feed their family. Looting, doing all kind of crazy madness for food. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able, which is going to be martial law. The city is going to be carted off. The bridges are going to be carted off. Sealed off by military personnel where you're going to be able to come in or go out. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able to. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. If men going to be afraid, imagine these women. Imagine these women. Imagine these boss ladies. I'm a boss woman. We're going to see how much a boss woman you're going to be in the time of martial law, in the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell is breaking loose. We're going to see how much you're going to be a boss bitch then. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. You hear that? I'm going to read it again. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, whether it's a woman, an old man, an old lady, a young, strong man. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's what's coming, man. These bank runs right now, and this Silicon Valley bank collapse is just the tip of the iceberg, man. All hell's about to break loose, and you people better prepare yourselves for this, because if you're not prepared, you're gonna be taken. Pursuant to 2 Ezra 5:1, you're gonna be taken. The miseries are coming. You people have not a clue what you're about to face, but you're not in prosperity mode no more. Affliction is starting to take hold on you. Why? Because you refuse to take heed to the laws that's being presented to you by the prophets of the Lord. The words of the Lord is being spoken through the mouth of his prophets, and you refuse to hear the words of the Lord. Because it's coming from men that look like you. But soon you're going to seek for answers. You're not going to find them. You're not going to find any. And it's only going to get worse. I'm going to cut it there because I got things to do. Lord, one of y'all was edified. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.